The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome into Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and you know who I am, baby. I'm Mr. Fatboy, aka the realest man in Fragcom, where I bring you shill-free reviews every time because I pay for everything. I have no agenda, and I like to take my time before I give you my review. So, we're going to have a fun time today doing a review on this fragrance. I want to say thank you first. We crossed the 8K mark. We'll have a celebration in a week or so on a live stream. We'll celebrate. I want to say thank you to all the support and love you show this channel. Last year, we got the 5K about this time. This year, the 8K. Hopefully, next year, we can get around 12K and keep on going. I'm just so proud of what this channel has done. I want to say thank you to you guys so much for supporting this channel and showing the love. Your comments, your likes, your shares mean so much to me, and I want to say thank you. All right. Today, we're going to be reviewing a fragrance. Before we get into that, though, we got two of them we're going to be checking out. I want to say, if you are new, though, and you just came across this channel, come on, baby. Join the revolution, baby. Join the fragrance revolution. Shill-free, positive, energetic, and I promise you one thing, that I will give you my best effort every time. My reviews are going to be my best effort. I don't just throw up something for views. I throw it up because you guys, I think you'll appreciate it. All right. If you want to sample these bad boys, please feel free to go over to fatboyfragrance.com. Fatboyfragrance.com. Best place to pick up fragrance decants is fatboyfragrance.com. All right. Pleasantries out of the way. Let's go. Today we're talking about two fragrances from French Avenue. They are part of a fragrance YouTube reviewer who does a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances. I give him a hard time on my live streams all the time. We're not going to do that today. We're going to stick to the fragrances, talk about them. A lot of hype has been put out on these because people got these sent to them for free. And a lot of these folks are friends. They're all friends of each other. I am not a friend of anybody. I have friends in Fragcom, but I don't have anything that ties me down to not give my full, unadulterated opinion about something. It will always be me. I will never, ever sell out. But we do see a lot of sellouts. They're everywhere. I wasn't first to review these, and I'll probably never be first to review fragrances because I get them before anybody. I sell them in my store as decants. That's no problem. I could beat a lot of people to the punch. But giving a review on one, you should wear it, get your feelings on it. So I spent a good time wearing these too. And I can't wait to share you my thoughts on them. We'll start off first with introducing both of these fragrances. This is from French Avenue, and Aromatix, who is a fragrance reviewer, collaborated with French Avenue, who is a Middle Eastern house, and they have come up with two fragrances. And they go by French Avenue's Aromatic X Royal Taboo and French Avenue's Aromatic X Carnal Desire. All right, so we'll start off with Carnal Desire first. And we'll give a good full presentation of the bottle. I'm sure if you haven't seen this yet, and I'm the first video you've seen doing this, but there's been several videos I've done this, but I love to show off when they got nice presentation. Listen, Jeremy Fragrance is trying to get you to buy a $580 fragrance, whatever it costs, $500 with no presentation, a crappy bottle, and that's it. At least with this one, I bought this for 49 bucks on I can't remember where I bought it at, but now you can pick this up at Fragrance by Canada too, pretty cheap. Here it is, Carnal Desire. There's the box. We'll open up, and this side opens up, bam, and bam. There you go, like a little present. If you have room to display it, it looks nice. Me, I don't have room to display anything except the bottles, so I literally have maybe, besides Aromatix, I'm going to say I had the second biggest Middle Eastern collection in Fragcom. I put it up against anybody. I have 4 shelves dedicated to it, and more coming in every week. I have one of the So I've become really accustomed to these, and I really started to like them more. But what is what is the goal of these? What kind of vibe are we going to get from these? Are we going to keep that Middle Eastern vibe we get from him in general? Here we go. Take a good look at the bottom. Bam! There you go. That is Carnal Desire. It says it on the back. If you forget what it is, okay? All right, so let's put it in the skin. Let's put it in the air, because you put it on your skin, not on tester strips. You gotta get people the real feel. So I put my skin on the line for y'all every time. Here we go. Don't worry about that little spray on there. That's probably caused by me decanting out more than anything else. This one is very, very, very smoky in the opening. It's got a oud vibe to it. It definitely has that. Let's check out the notes on this bad boy. When you spray it in the air, you're definitely gonna pick up this smoky, kind of woodsy oud vibe to it. And I have the notes right here. Let me get them back on my page. I saved them to my gallery for a reason. Bam, here we go. But you also pick up this sweet kind of tint, and that is the raspberry. I very appreciate when there's raspberry in a fragrance. I do like the note of raspberry. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. You have raspberry in the opening on this bad boy. You have cinnamon. Love that combination. Bergamot, you got me. So those top three notes, I can smell them in the opening, and I love it. As I wore this this fragrance in the air smells phenomenal. When it hits the skin, it even gets better. There is a leathery component to it that comes in later, because it does have leather in the base of it. But in the middle, you have this orris, you have cotton candy, and rose. So there is a sweetness to this fragrance, no doubt. I mean, you're picking up that sweetness and kind of tartness from the berry in the opening, with this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, cascade of cotton candy that still hangs around there. It's not Backer Rouge by 40. I'd say it's closer to Oud for Greatness than it is to Backer Rouge by 40. Man, I just love the way this fragrance opens up. Banging job by them. It's, I'll get into something later about this fragrance, but I'm really impressed with Carnal Desire, and I enjoyed wearing it. As it dried down, those other base notes that we have in this fragrance, which is the leather, the oud, the vanilla, and the cedar. You get cedar and oud not that long after you spray it. That's that smokiness you're picking up. It's a nice a smoky vibe throughout the whole fragrance, but the leather component comes in about midway through the journey. It's there, and it is stunning too. This is probably the best YouTube reviewer fragrance I've smelled. I'm just blown away how good I like this, how much I like this fragrance. I wore this like 5 times, I think. And for me, that's a lot. This, if it was more of a all-round, year-round fragrance, and maybe for some people it is, but not for me, this could even be a signature scent. That's how good this is. I think Carnal Desire is done so well. From the opening with that raspberry and the cinnamon. You pick all that up. Bergamot's just a throw in there, in my opinion. But not long in the opening, you also get that smokiness, that woodsiness. It almost gives off this oud vibe. It's Middle Eastern oud vibe. And then the rose kind of helps that. Like, hey, it kind of smells like a Middle Eastern fragrance a little bit. But it's just not that. It's beautifully done. It's beautifully crafted. I give this one a amazing opening. I mean, I just love the opening of this fragrance. The dry down, spectacular. The whole journey with Carnal Desire, I absolutely love. So if you're looking for something that has what can I compare it to? It's like Oud Morocco a little bit, just a little bit, but without all that funkiness from Oud Morocco that I don't like. This is not too fruity. It doesn't take any of the ingredients, and they don't overwhelm each other. They all work well together. So if you want a really balanced fragrance that's great to wear in the cooler months, bam, fantastic. And at the price point, this smells like a niche fragrance. This is done well. It smells like a Parfums de Marly style fragrance. It's done really, really well. This does not smell like a designer fragrance. I don't know if it's a clone or something. I really don't care. I know this smells good, and it just works for me. Okay, let's find out if it gets my full seal approval. I'm not going to be putting the graphics up anymore. It's just too much work, so I'm just going to come out and say it. The graphics are nice, but man, it takes a lot of work to put them graphics up. So, first we got 4 boxes. Let's see if we can check them off. First box, first impressions. Check it. Amazing first impression. Love it. Second box, performance. Check it. Great performance out of this fragrance. I think I got about 6-7 hours, but I didn't go heavy on the spray. Then one day I went really heavy, and it was an all-day wear. So spray this heavily, and it'll last you all day. Third box, does the wifey like it? Is the compliment getter. Definitely a compliment getter. No doubt. Got a couple compliments wearing this fragrance at work. My wife loves it, so the wifey did like it. So it's definitely a compliment getter. No doubt. Final box. How much do I recommend this fragrance? It's a 100% recommendation to blind bottle worthy and blind bottle worthy. So 100% approval and blind bottle worthy. Congratulations, Aromatix. You made a fantastic fragrance. Stick to simplicity sometimes works the best. All right, simple, but simplistic sometimes works great. That's a great start to the Aromatix fragrance right there. Sorry if the camera looks a little different. I had to switch batteries. I do apologize for that. All right, moving on to the next one. Where did it go? Right here it is. This is Royal Taboo. We're not going to go through the whole presentation again. You see the box, same kind of style box, but this one has a brown color instead of red. Royal Taboo. Here we go. Here's a good look at the bottle. Bam. There you go. Then you look at the back. It says Royal Taboo. Okay. This one, definitely different. As the first one was more of a sweet, leathery, woodsy vibe, this one's going to give off a more of a sweet tobacco vibe, okay? All right, so notes of this bad boy. Before we do it, I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. Just going to tell you the top notes first, okay? When I spray it, in my first impressions. You have cardamom, check. Cinnamon, check. Benzoin, and amber, okay? So those top three notes, cheeky, check, check, check. I'm in. Here we go. Spray it on the air. Man, this one is fantastic too. The reason it's not my favorite of the two is because this one does remind me of a niche fragrance already. This one doesn't stand alone as much as the other one does, but it still smells stunning. You're definitely going to pick up on that cardamom. No doubt. You're going to pick up on the amber too. The amber and the cardamom are the star of this fragrance in the opening. There's a slight cinnamon vibe, but it's mostly the benzoin, the amber, and the cardamom there just fighting for the main attraction in that opening. And I did say tobacco. Tobacco's in the middle, and it's heavy. You get a layer of tobacco throughout the whole fragrance, kind of like you get with Carnal Desire, where the layer of the leather's there and that smoky woodsy vibe is there. This one's a smoky tobacco vibe that is not as sweet as Carnal Desire. This one is more, they say these are unisex. I feel like this one leans more to a dude, no doubt. So in the middle, you have this tobacco note, this cashmere wood note. You also have the floral components with jasmine and heliotrope. I don't pick up any floral notes in this at all. If it's there, it's just for show. I don't pick it up. Oh man, it's not bad. It just reminds me of one of my Parfums de Marley's too much. I don't know which one it was, but that's the only hair. It reminds me of Harriet a little bit. And in the bottom, you got, and then as this fragrance dries down, you're going to pick up some tonka bean for sweetness. It does get sweeter towards the bottom, and you got some vanilla, patchouli, and woods. But this one, in the opening, blast of that cardamom and that amber. It's definitely more of a, this one feels a lot heavier than Carnal Desire. And Carnal Desire is pretty heavy. That one can do fall, winter, a little bit of spring. This one is straight up winter. Winter, cooler month fragrance. Both of these are upscale to me, no doubt. Where this one misses out is it doesn't really, that those top notes dissipate so fast compared to that raspberry hanging around, and there's more of a sweetness. I prefer a sweeter fragrance, not like overtly sweet, but this one loses this sweetness pretty quick. It does come back with the vanilla in the bottom and the dry down, and it kind of, but it also then it just becomes less impressive when that vanilla and that tonka kick in. It definitely smells like a niche fragrance. Both of these smell like niche quality. For the price, you can't beat it. The presentation and the price, super impressed. Like, I cannot go any further by saying that these two are how a responsible YouTube fragrance reviewer should do a fragrance. Now, I wish he wouldn't give out free bottles to his friends when they review them, because they're going to give them good scores, and it's hard to believe them, even though these two fragrances are great. Sometimes those idiots get it right. It is what it is. Could I have gotten free bottles? Of course I could. It ain't that hard to ring up somebody and say, hey man, can you send me that bottle? They'll send it to you. But I bought me 2. Finna buy 2 more. Sells well in my store. About to knock something over. This one doesn't really impress me as much as Carnal Desire, but I still liked it, and I wore it 3 or 4 times. It is more of a tobacco fragrance. It is more grown up. It is less playful. It is more mature and more manly for sure. Okay, let's find out if Royal Taboo gets my full seal approval or not. First off, I want to say though first, that tobacco note is niche tobacco quality. That note is just probably one of the best tobacco notes since maybe Heure de Soleil that I have. The mango tobacco one that I always rave about. Amazing. So this is probably going right up there with my favorite tobacco fragrance. This is definitely a tobacco fragrance. It's more one note. It does have that nice bright opening with the cardamom, but it kind of loses itself a little bit and becomes more of a tobacco fragrance and not as sweet and not as unique as the other one is. Okay, 4 boxes, just like the other one. Here we go. First impressions. I love the first impressions. Give it a full check. It works. It's great. It doesn't smell bad. It's easy to put on and wear, and it does smell great when you first spray it. I was impressed, the first impressions. Second box, performance. This one outperforms the other. This is an all-day wear. You can go about 8 sprays, and you're going to smell it all day. And you're going to smell great. If you like tobacco, you're really going to smell great. Okay, third box. Does the wifey like it? It is a compliment getter. I did not get compliments wearing this fragrance. I thought I should, but I didn't. The wifey didn't love it. She didn't hate it. She was in the middle of it. I can't give it a box check for that. I don't think it's compliment getter, but it's still a nice fragrance to wear. If you get a comment, be happy. I mean, it does smell like it can get one. Just didn't get one for me that day. That's all I can base it off of, okay? And my knowledge thinking that it can be or can't be. And what the wifey thinks about it. Final box. How much do I recommend this? And this is blind bottle worthy. It is blind bottle worthy if you like tobacco note. You gotta like that. If you already have a Perfumes de Marley hair, you might not think this is the best choice for you. But at $55, if you want a niche smelling tobacco fragrance that's not as complex as the first one, still really good at that price point, I gotta say it's still blind bottle worthy. There's a lot of other $50 crap out there that doesn't smell as good as this. This smells amazing. It's gonna get my full seal approval. It is blind bottle worthy. I think both of these are hits. They're gonna work. And I think they're going to be up for an award as the best releases of the year. I know I didn't get them to this year. I know they came out last year. But for me, I'm going to be including these in the Yeah Awards, no doubt. All right, that's all the time I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you on the 8,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to shop at fatboyfragrance.com. You know, I always tell you, baby, if you smell good and you feel good, then it's going to be all good. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews is out.